Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. We ready on Ms. Powell?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor.
Ms. Powell.
Right, this is cause number CR 23-134, State of Texas versus Rose Marie Powell. Ms. Powell, if you'll raise your right hand, place your oath. Ma'am, do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Just speak up loudly and clearly for me during your testimony. You can put your hand up. Ms. Powell, are you a United States citizen who reads, writes, and speaks English?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental condition?
No, sir.
In this case, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Bill Stevens. Are you pleased with Mr. Stevens as your attorney?
Yes, sir, I am.
You feel like you've had enough time to talk with him about your case, that you've had all of your questions answered, and that you understand everything that you have read and signed in the legal paperwork today?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stevens, do you believe that Ms. Powell is competent?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you explained to her her rights and change in this case?
Yes, sir, I have.
You believe that she is entering into this plea intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right, Ms. Powell, you are charged by, I think you're charged by information with a theft of property, Class B misdemeanor greater than $100, less than $750. The range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor is confinement in the county jail for up to 180 days, and a fine, if imposed, not to exceed $2,000. I see the plea agreement in your case is that you would plead guilty to that crime. State is recommending that you be convicted, that your punishment be assessed at 58 days in the county jail, that you would receive 58 days credit per time served. You would be ordered to pay restitution of $600 to the victims in this case. You would also be ordered to pay reimbursement fees of $665 and fines of $500 in addition to court costs of $270. Is that the plea agreement you want to accept today, Ms. Powell?
Yes, sir.
All right, understanding the plea agreement and the range of punishment, Ms. Powell, how do you plead to theft of property greater than $100, less than $750?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty to that crime because you are guilty of committing that crime and for no other reason?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened or forced you to plead guilty today?
No, sir.
All right, the court accepts the defendant's plea of guilt. Mr. Stevens, any objection to the stipulation of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the stipulation of evidence is admitted and the court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Is there anything further from the state?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Is there anything further from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Carwell, I will need a recitation of the stipulation of evidence. I don't have that in the paperwork, but
Yes, Your Honor. Give me just a moment and I'll pull the case up.
Mr. Stevens, do you have the stipulation of evidence there with you?
I do not have it in my file, Your Honor.
No, I'm talking about in the plea papers that she signed today, all of this.
I don't think so, Judge. I'll look.
We'll need- need to do
I-
that.
I believe Ms. Curry had those completed and emailed out, but I don't know the status of where they're at now, Your Honor.
Got the papers, Your Honor, but stipulation is not in here.
Ms. Curry, we are doing the plea on Miss Rose Marie Powell. I've gone through everything. The only thing that we lack is the stipulation of evidence. Is that something you have access to?
Yes, sir. I emailed it to Miss Taberham, but I can pull it back up right quick. Would the court like, Judge?
If you'll just read it, that'd be fine, and it needs to get to Mr. Stevens and Ms. Powell so they can sign it and submit it with paperwork.
Okay, is Miss Burns in the jail courtroom? Okay, I'll email it to you as well then. It says, on or about April 25th, 2023, while visiting with relatives, I, Rosemary Powell, took money and things from the possession of Theo Miller, John Miller, and Tanya Scott, which did not belong to me. The total value proven of things I stole was $600. When I did this, I intended to deprive the owners of the property by keeping it for myself.
All right, there's no objection to that, Mr. Stevens, correct?
No objection.
Okay. All right, and based on the evidence presented, the court will follow the plea agreement in this case. The court hereby convicts Rosemary Powell of theft of property. Court, that's a class B misdemeanor. The court assesses her punishment at 58 days in the Mason County Jail. Awards her 58 days credit towards that sentence for time spent in jail. Court orders her to pay a fine of $500. Reimbursement fees of $665, court costs of $270, and the court assesses restitution in the total amount of $600, with $200 being owed to Theo Miller, $200 to John Miller, and $200 to Tanya Scott, as reflected in the court's judgment. Ms. Powell, you hereby remanded to the custody of the sheriff so he can carry out the terms and conditions of the sentence. When you get out of jail, I need you to report to the courthouse. If you are unable to pay all of your fines, restitution, and reimbursement and court costs at once, you'll need to meet with our court compliance officer, Ms. Liz Harmon, and set up a payment plan. Failure to report, failure to have a payment plan, failure to comply with that payment plan will result in this court issuing a warrant for your arrest and putting you back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, all right, step over with the deputy and be.
Thank you, Judge. Might be excused.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens.
Ma'am, thank you, Tanya.
There's a plea package.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Manning, who are you ready on?
I'm Miss Amy Ferguson. We're here for arraignment. I have gone over the indictment with her. It's a second-degree felony. Oh, wait, it's a state jail felony, but it's been enhanced to a second-degree felony. I've explained to her the range of punishment, as well as the charges against her. She understands the charge against her and pleads not guilty at this time. Her name is spelled correctly. Request to be set on pre-trial docket.
All right, cause number CR 20-289, State versus Amy Elizabeth Ferguson. The court finds that Ms. Ferguson has waived the formal requirements of arraignment. Court will enter her plea of not guilty into the record. Court will set this matter for pre-trial hearing on August 22nd at 1:30. Ms. Ferguson, if you make bail in this case, and all of your hearings will be on the same date, but they will be at 9 a.m. in the courthouse. If you're in custody, then the court will come to you at 1:30.
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, on Josh Delbert, we originally had said he had no financial need. Upon talking to him a few minutes ago here at the jail, he has lost his job since he's came into custody. He showed that he was married, but they were split up, and he said that they've been separated for 15 years. So I have asked Mr. and the only asset he has is $1,100 camper that he lives in.
Okay, so you believe that he meets the indigency requirements?
Yes, sir.
You're asking me to appoint Mr. Manning?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you ready on Mr. Delbert, or do you want to recall that?
Judge, I have spoken to Mr. Delbert and I received a copy of the motion this afternoon when I got to the jail. I will go over the possible resolutions and defenses with him tomorrow, but we're prepared to announce a request to be reset on the August contested docket.
All right, court finds that Mr. Delbert is indigent and appoints the Honorable Jonathan Manning to represent him. The court sets its motion to revoke for hearing on August 24th at 1.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was the date of that?
August 24th.
Yes, Judge.
Are you ready on this?
Judge, last I have Mr. Albert Kirby.
All right, this is writ WR 23-52, Albert Kirby. And are you calling your client today for purposes of the writ?
No, Judge, we just rest on the writ. All the information there contained is true and accurate. And we have met the burden of 17-151.
All right, state, do you have a position on Mr. Kirby's writ at all?
Your Honor, state has no position.
Okay, the court will review the writ and make a ruling at the conclusion of the docket statement.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, last, I believe we have Mr. Boylan said, based on his recent behavior, I think it'd be best if he's not brought up. But my understanding is that he is about 5 days away from being able to make a bed at Terrell State. And yes, so that's the update we have on Mr. Boylan.
Okay, we'll put that on the record. State versus Gerald Robert Boylan, CR 22-88, CR 22-167, CR 22-168, CR 22-169, and CR 22-170. Court had Mr. Boylan set today for just a status on his commitment to the mental health hospital based on court's finding of competency. So the court will excuse Mr. Boylan's appearance today. Will accept the statement of Mr. Manning as an officer of the court that it would be in his best interest for him not to appear. And yeah, as of June 9th, I think he was number 38 on the wait list. That was more than a month ago. Did you get information from Terrell State Hospital or Ms. Tabor?
Ms. Tabor, that was confirmed by the jail staff as well.
Excellent. Okay. Well, hopefully Mr. Boylan does get in there in a week or so. Or less. So let's set Mr. Boylan then for another status hearing just in case he doesn't. And let's set that on August 24th. Well, you'll already be here that day because I just set you on Mr. Delmer, right?
Correct, Judge.
So we'll just do a competency check on, or a status check on his commitment on that day as well.
Judge, I believe that's all my business may be excused.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Manning.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. White, are you ready? Mr. Kenneth Falling?
Yeah, that's felon, Your Honor. Yes, sir, I am ready.
All right, this is cause number CR 23-96. Mr. Bailey is set for pretrial. Go ahead.
Your Honor, the state has provided me with discovery in this case, and I have had a chance to review some of the video evidence, but there's quite a bit of it. I'm still trying to get through it. I talked with Miss Curry and told her my issue I was having getting through all of it. And I don't think the state will object. I just need about 30 days for that 22nd date, and I should have everything ready to go.
Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, court will grant Mr. Bailey an additional pretrial on August 22nd at 1:30.
And Your Honor, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Mr. White. Appreciate you, sir.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cooks. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Here on Jordan Patillo Owens.
Yes. All right, Mr. Owens, do me a favor, sir. Raise your right hand. I'm going to place you under oath. Mr. Owens, do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, thank you. You can lower your hand. Just make sure you speak up loudly and clearly for me. I've got to be able to hear what you say, and also my court reporter has to take down everything that we say for the record, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Perfect. All right, Mr. Owens, are you a United States citizen who reads, writes, and speaks English?
Yes, sir.
And have you ever been diagnosed with a mental condition?
No, sir.
In this case, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Desmond Cooks. Are you pleased with Mr. Cooks as your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You feel like you've had enough time to talk with him about your case, that you've had all of your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Owens, is there anything that you and Mr. Cooks went over in the paperwork that you do not understand or you have questions about?
No, sir.
Right, and Mr. Cooks, do you believe Mr. Owens to be competent today? And if so, do you believe he is entering into this plea agreement intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Owens, you are charged by indictment with a third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon that does have a range of punishment of not less than 2 years or more than 10 years in prison, and also carries a possible fine not to exceed $10,000. I see the plea agreement in your case is that you would plead guilty in exchange for the state's recommendation that you are convicted of the offense, sentenced to 3 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, a $1,000 fine plus court costs, reimbursement fees. The state would be dismissing 2 other cases, theft of a firearm and a possession of marijuana. And you would be agreeing to the forfeiture of the weapons seized in connection with this offense. You would also receive 209 days credit towards your sentence for the time that you've already spent in jail towards this sentence. Is that your understanding, Mr. Owens?
Yes, sir.
And yours as well, Mr. Cooks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So understanding the plea agreement, understanding the range of punishment, Mr. Owens, how do you plead to unlawful possession of firearm by felon?
Guilty.
And Mr. Owens, are you pleading guilty to this crime because you are guilty of committing this crime?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened or forced you to plead guilty today?
No, sir.
The court does accept Mr. Owens' plea of guilt. Mr. Cooks, any objection to the stipulation of evidence supporting this plea?
No objection, Sean.
All right, then stipulation is admitted and the court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Let's see, state, I don't believe I have a stipulation on this case either, so I'm gonna need some assistance with that stipulation.
Yes, Your Honor. The stipulation says that on November 26th of 2021, I, Jordan Owens, was traveling on State Highway 64 in Van Zandt County, Texas, when I was involved in a vehicle crash. The crash was investigated by the Texas Highway Patrol. During the trooper's investigation, he discovered 2 firearms in the glove box of the vehicle I was driving. I admitted to the trooper that one of the firearms belonged to me and was in my possession. I had previously been convicted of the felony offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information.
Thank you, Ms. Curry. All right, then, based on that stipulation of evidence and the judicial confession, the court finds that there is sufficient evidence to convict Mr. Owens of this offense. The court will follow the plea agreement. The court hereby convicts Mr. Jordan Dion Tillo Owens of unlawful possession of firearm by a felon, assesses his punishment in accordance with the plea agreement at 3 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. orders him to pay a $1,000 fine, $290 court cost, $140 in reimbursement fees. The court dismisses under section 1245, theft of firearm in possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces. The court also orders the forfeiture of the weapon seized in connection with this case. And the court awards Mr. Owens 209 days credit towards his sentence for the time that he has spent in jail on this cause. Mr. Owens, you hereby remained into the custody of the sheriff so he can carry out terms and conditions of the sentence. I'm gonna have you step over with the deputy to be here. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Cooks. Good to see you.
Likewise. Thank you, Tanya.
You're on.
Yes.
We have not seen Mr. Ashmore in regards to Mr. Peters, so assuming that we're not doing that.
Well, I told Mr. Ashmore, Ms. Curry, that we would put him on the docket unless there was some kind of announcement that there was going to be a plea agreement. You don't think Mr. Ashmore is there at the jail?
I asked staff and they said they've not seen him.
Okay, Ms. Curry, do you have any more info on that?
Yes, Your Honor, I spoke with him at 12:21. He told me he was going to the jail right then and would text me if his client was accepting the offer, and I have heard nothing more.
Okay. All right, I believe that will conclude our criminal docket today.
Wow.
We'll be adjourned.
See you in a few minutes.
All right, thank you.